man called Sting. The man called Sting. He's the man called Sting. The man called Sting. He does this, he does that. He's big as a bull and he's quick as a cat. He looks fine, he looks cool. He's his own man and he's nobody's fool. Don't double cross him or get in his way, 'cause if you do, you're gonna have to pay to the man called Sting. The man called Sting. Is the man called Sting. The man called Sting.
Let's kick some ass.
What's up, everyone?
Hey, what's up?
This is Kickin Ass with
Jesse
and Andy. We've never got that right. This is the closest we've got it right.
The last time I was thinking about it, I don't know why I said Jesse, and then when you said Andy, I said Andy too.
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel like I need to say
every single time.
I need to say your name too.
It's cool.
Yeah,
that's all right. Double announcement. That was George Gatton with a man called Steve.
I can't believe, what was it? He does this, he does that.
He does this, he does that.
Those are really,
I feel like
I honestly
lyrics,
thought George threw that in there to be funny.
I almost feel like those lyrics are about us. He does this, he does that, and he's as strong as a whatever the fuck he said.
There was a bowl,
but you're
in there.
quick as a cat. And then I'm fine, but you're cool.
We had George has a lot more hits coming up.
Oh
we did
God!
Pile Driver last week. The Steiner one is the one I'm most excited for.
I can't wait until I can get one of our friends who is very savvy with producing.
Yeah.
AKA
Kevin Bennett.
To actually comprise all these into one track. And then then we release it for George on iTunes.
You can get just one song,
like a best of, but it's one song. You have to listen to the whole thing in a row.
Because right now it's probably about 6 minutes long.
It's great.
Yeah,
whatever it is, it's fucking awesome. He's got a minute. There's one in there that's a minute 13. There's another one that's over a minute. Another one that's just over a minute.
That's dope.
Can't wait for him.
We got two mics.
Yeah, today we got two mics. Not two guys named Mike, but actual mics that are... We bought this in the beginning. We were like, dude, we're going to do a sick podcast.
Yeah.
Me and Jesse were talking about doing this thing, and we were like, we're going to go out and get sick mics.
Get some equipment.
We're going to get this cool interface that we don't know how to use. And then
we're going to travel with it.
Yeah, and then legit, we needed Kevin to do it all for us.
He did this for us.
Yeah.
But right before we started, I was in the bathroom taking a quick dumpski, and you guys were doing checks. And all your check was let's go Haskins. I just heard that over and over and over.
If anyone listens to this,
while I'm sitting in the bathroom,
if anyone listens to this that was at Bola last year, not this past year that just happened like 2 weeks ago or whatever, but last year when Haskins was wrestling, it was super quiet, and there was a guy that just kept going, let's go Haskins! Let's go Haskins!
And he would only do it. It was like really quiet.
It was super quiet, and his voice was so dusty. And I think at one point in time, I tried to get the crowd to chant, get that guy some water. Nobody was on board with it.
And then when I remember you told me that story. And then shortly after, Haskins wrestled at Smash.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, while he was working, I heard somebody doing that. You go, yeah, that was me.
Yeah, the whole time I was just yelling, let's go Haskins. And it hurts. Try doing that for like a half hour. No. It doesn't feel good. I got to say this.
Am I talking too close, Kev, or is this good? Is that more?
It's two different mics, so
we're rocking right now.
Hell yeah.
We're a professional.
I'm excited.
If you guys can see a picture of this, Jesse's is lit up with a light.
And yours?
Mine's American.
American flag style.
Yes.
On my way here, I'm not going to name any names, but I tried putting a podcast on, and as soon, like 30 seconds, like, oh, it's a phone interview. I just cut it off.
Phone interviews are rough.
They suck.
You know what? Phone interviews would be good if there was a way where it actually sounded like the person was right there.
Yeah, they don't. Like right away, you're just like, oh, this is a phone interview.
Yeah,
they've gotten better, you can tell.
For sure.
But still, I don't know. I just can't do it.
That like Aubrey Sitterson for Straight Shoot does that Google Hangout thing.
Oh yeah,
and it's rad because you actually
that's like a webcam, right?
But you can see it as it's happening.
Yeah,
it's cool.
It's
like that way's pretty awesome.
I feel like that's different.
Yeah.
I'm just seriously. I'm so stoked. I'm so stoked about these mics.
Yeah, you know something right now too to talk about that. I mean, we haven't really talked about we don't really talk about current events or we talk about current events in wrestling and stuff like that. If you guys don't know who Aubrey Sitterson is, Aubrey is also a comic book writer.
G.I. Joe, right?
And he wrote for G.I. Joe, and the company that publishes G.I. Joe went all right wing on him because of a tweet that he made about 9/11, and it was basically like people who, and this happens like in everything, and it for me it's like super sickening, like in the music scene when that, just to put it in my terms, when the shooting happened in France with Eagles of Death Metal, like what disgusted me was like people trying to pull sympathy from that. And that's like a band
what do you
tweeting,
mean, like attention for themselves?
Yes, like a band going like, "Oh my god, it could have been me."
Yeah,
but it's like, dude, you weren't broke that day. Stop it.
It's not about you.
And I think Aubrey's point of this was, dude, you weren't there. Shut up. You know what I mean? Like, and it was like people going out and saying like, "Oh, 9/11."
Oh, so he put up a tweet about that,
and he was like living in New York at the time. You know what I mean? So he like put up a tweet like that, and then
just about like all people in New York trying to say,
and then alt-right
people
came
that weren't
after
even
him.
there,
just came at him and
he lost his job. He basically lost his job over it. That sucks.
And like, you know, it was like maybe wasn't like the best. Like looking at it from like a friend to a friend, like maybe should have been worded a little different.
Yeah,
but
his
point wasn't to shit on the event that happened.
Yeah.
It was to say like, listen, dude, like,
did he maybe say
chill
it
out?
Did he maybe say it too soon too?
Maybe. I mean, yeah, but you got to look at it. That was 2001. And like at this point in time, it's like one of the worst things that ever happened in the United States of America, and it's never going to be soon enough. You know what I mean? Like, you're never going to be like, even 80 years down the line, you're not going to be able to shine light on that situation.
No.
And that wasn't what Aubrey was trying to do. Anyways, that's all it was.
Kind of like last week when you showed up and you're like, "Hey, sorry, I just got done watching the sick 9/11 documentary."
It was crazy, dude.
I didn't know what to say.
That one's nuts, man. Watch that. I don't want to get into conspiracies on this, man, but there was some crazy shit that happened. And that thing, it was like, I was on History Channel. They did like a rundown on like the beginnings of that, which was like 10 years before it even happened. You got to watch it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Is it over now? It was like 3 parts or something, right?
Yeah, it was 3 parts. It's done. But it was really cool.
I just, switching here real quick. But,
yeah, please do. Let's get away from that. I just wanted to like, I just wanted to shine lights on like Aubrey, who like isn't, there's not a bad bone in his body.
He's a good dude.
And it wasn't, people read it way out of context, and that's it.
How about when we started talking into these mics, you were like, "Hey, Jesse, turn yours around."
Yeah. Well, I didn't know either, man. I was talking to the other side.
Oh, yeah, I did the same thing.
These things are pretty nondescript.
Yeah.
His has a light in it. It's a literally blue light.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Kev, can I have a sip of that bang real quick?
Okay, so right now, like me
you got me
and Jesse.
You got me going on these.
All of our friends are like way into bang right now. And if you don't know what bang is, it's really good. And it's just... the thing that sold me was like, because I have a terrible stimulant problem, and you said bang. One, it's basically just it would have been great if you sniffed after that.
BC.
I have a horrible stimulant problem.
It's BCAAs, aminos, and creatine, and there's no. And the big one for me is there's no crash off of it.
Yeah.
And, which I don't, because they're about the size of like a Monster Energy drink can. I've never finished one.
Yeah,
I get like
I've had 2 today.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I didn't drink coffee this morning.
No way can I do 2 in a day.
I had a late night last night. And I had to get up to go buy a Jeep with Wes. Me and Wes bought Jeeps today.
We met up for Chipotle, and you guys were just like, "Yeah, we just bought Jeeps."
We doubled up on 2 compasses today. Bought 2 Jeep compasses. Mine all black, you know, because I'm goth.
Black on black.
Yeah. And then he bought like a gray one. But we bought them. We pick them up Thursday.
Python Jeeps.
Yeah, Python Jeeps. Stereo Jeeps today. 2018 Compass.
Doubled up on Jeeps.
Yeah. So we went and bought Jeeps. And Wes was like, "Yo, let's go at like noon." So like I woke up at like 10:30.
You said you got up at like 10, but then stayed down hard.
It was rough, man. And I was like, I can't make coffee right now because if I make coffee, he might like text me. Wes owns like a garbage business. Like he picks up like. Will you go over that in his interview?
No, because I don't think he.
He didn't even have it yet.
No,
holy shit.
Dude just straight up quit his job.
Yeah, I mean he had a like sick job. He worked for GM, General Motors. He had a great job. He quit that one to work with his brother at some like machine shop.
Yeah,
and then legit hated working for the guy that he was there. And like one day he just texted me and he goes, "I need to have a talk with you," and it was like I'm literally sick of punching a clock.
Yeah.
I want to do shit on my own, so I'm doing this.
It's just cool because everybody, majority of people complain about that. It's just fucking awesome that he did something about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now he started his own business and he's kicking ass already.
Yeah.
Straight kicking ass.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like current events that happened in both of our lives the past week and a half. I feel like the Big Frank interview, which you guys will probably have listened to now when this comes out.
Well, because this will be the week after.
Yeah, and then the Gregory Iron one. We had two big interviews, so we didn't really talk about ourselves, and this is egotistical. This is our ego.
It's our podcast.
This is our ego podcast now. So let's just say it again. We're world champions right now. We're world champion tag team. Yeah. We're a world championship tag team.
Of Pro Wrestling Rampage in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, and we're
riding high.
We have a pretty crazy story based on these characters that we're gonna do.
Yeah, I wanted to get into it.
Yeah,
because all right, here's our idea.
I'm freaking out right now because every single time I watch something, I'm purposely watching 90s action movies and late 80s action movies just so I could steal names for moves.
All right, I got two things here real quick.
Okay.
Number one was you know how you wanted to do a segment called On Paper?
Yeah.
I want to do a segment where, because I catch myself saying this all the time, it's a great time to be alive.
Yeah.
So, because you're saying like watching these 90s action movies, like I keep thinking the same thing, but I've said this before. It's like there's just so like I go blank because there's so much good shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, dude, I can go to YouTube. I have a Fire Stick. Whatever.
It's crazy.
Whatever you want. I could go to Family Video. Blah blah blah. Then you hit me with Black Rain today,
dude.
That's the perfect.
The movie's awesome.
Fuck.
First of all, Ridley Scott.
Well, number one, I'm embarrassed. I've never seen it.
Dude.
I've seen parts. When I was a kid, I used to, because we didn't have cable.
Yeah.
But we had a station that just showed previews of the movies that were on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And I used to just watch the Black Rain preview all the time.
Okay, break
down Black Rain.
Not break it down, but I'm just gonna break down that era of movies.
Yeah.
Where now everything is super hyper. Everybody's like hyper aggressive on things that can't swing, right?
What do you mean?
I'm talking about like there's like gratuitous women grabbing, like stuff like that.
Hitting
and I'm not shining light on any of that. The one thing I am shining light on is just the out of nowhere, like blunt force trauma in those movies where like.
Are you talking about in the 90s movies or nowadays?
Okay. In the early 80s and 90s, there's not like that. Remember in Commando, he gets on the plane, he like sits down, he like, he's sitting next to the black dude with the weird long hair.
Yep.
He does the old
weird long hair.
Yeah, he's a weird looking guy. Yeah. He's a strange looking man. Yeah. He does the old elbow to the gut.
Yep.
Back fist to the head, and then cracks the neck.
Yep.
Puts the hat on his head, and when the woman comes up, he goes, "Don't wake my friend. He's dead
tired." Yeah,
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay,
and also when the plane lands, his body has already started like decomposing, and he's like turned color.
Yes.
But anyways, I'm sorry.
Okay, so in Black Rain,
which I'm gonna watch it tonight.
You have
100%.
to. First, I'm gonna give you some PowerPoints of the movie.
Okay.
One, that like late 80s, early 90s, when like real actors were like, I'm gonna try to do an action.
Yeah,
no, not an action star. This is Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas trying to
already up for like Academy Awards and stuff. He was like, fuck, man, these dudes are making money.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna be hard.
First thing I need to do, highlights and tease my hair. They always did it, dude. Went straight to highlights and then teased the hair.
Really?
So Michael Douglas, blah, blah. And
I
then
just remember the black, like, aviator shades.
Yeah, and then it's always...
He is wearing a turtleneck in the poster, too.
So here's the thing. Going back to my hyper-aggressive thing, I want to start taking some terms back. I wanted to bring this up today, too. Some terms back. So you guys have all heard, oh, that guy's a slack jaw.
Yeah, from...
Dot.
Yeah, the F word.
Yes. Let's put it into wrestling terms. You're a slack jaw jabroni.
That's where I thought you were going to go. It's pretty good. Yeah.
So, in those movies, it's always hard guy, and then the slack jaw jabroni. We're going to bring this like young, kind of clean cut actor in to be like the complete like passive aggressive guy. They pick Andy Garcia.
Oh, he's in that?
Oh, yeah.
Is he like the sidekick?
Yes. Oh, so he's Michael Douglas' sidekick. And there's like a scene, dude, it's awesome. And he's like kind of like clean cut, like guys trying to get like Michael Douglas to kind of like become like a good, he's not a bad cop. Michael Douglas is like super, he goes to Japan to solve a case.
Right? Yeah. Because he's, what are they called? The
Yakuza.
Yakuza, yeah.
Yakuza, if you're listening to this, man, we're not talking shit.
Yeah. So I don't mean to get you off. Have you ever seen Things to Do in Denver When You're Dead?
Yeah.
With Andy Garcia? Fuck.
Yeah. Andy Garcia, ready for this? Number little fact, learn a little something every day. Andy Garcia was born a Siamese twin.
Oh, really?
And the twin died, like at birth.
Really?
Yeah. So, anyways, so you have Andy Garcia, who's like this clean cut guy.
Yeah.
Who like when he goes to Japan, he's like eating sushi, and Michael Douglas is like, "What are you eating?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a steak and
Give me a
potatoes
steak.
guy.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
And it's awesome. So what I was getting back is the blunt force trauma. As soon as it happens in every one of those movies.
Blunt force trauma. That's a keeper as well.
Tango and Cash, all of them, where there's like hard guy,
and then like Stallone with glasses
the passive aggressive guy.
Yeah,
right.
That's
when
really
the passive aggressive guy goes away, and they're with like a guy that they just captured. The hard guy cop always just out of nowhere sneak attacks the guy. And then when the guy comes back, he's like messed up. Like, hey, what happened here? And he's like, oh, we were just been sitting here. He must have just hit his face on blah, blah, blah. So there's a scene. They're on a plane going to Japan. They have this Japanese guy, a Yakuza guy, in custody.
Like a prisoner,
And like Andy Garcia, of course, they can't just go like, oh, I need to go urinate. It's always like, oh, I got to go drain my weasel or something. You know, they have to say like a cool thing.
Gotcha.
So he gets up to take a piss, and then Michael Douglas just goes, bop! And just like knocks this dude in the head so hard in it. And then when he comes back, he like plays all coy like he didn't do anything.
Yeah,
dude,
I don't know what happened.
It is such a good movie, and it's Ridley Scott, so it's a good movie. It's not just like an action movie.
Yeah,
it is so
it's dark.
Good. And I watched Manhunter right before it.
You've told me about Manhunter before, dude. I feel like
Manhunter is so sick.
I don't know if we even dropped this yet, but our idea for our tag team is we're the Butcher and the Blade.
Yeah,
and we're like late 80s, like early 90s, like bad guy action.
But it goes both ways. Like if you think about it, we could be the guys that the rich guy when his normal thugs, but his normal thugs can't get it cut.
Yeah, so we
got these two dudes coming from Iowa. It's the Butcher and the Blade, and then like you hear like then there's like always a scene
they roll into town
where the cop is looking and he's going to his like usual like rats like on the street.
Yeah,
and like, hey man, like, well, hey man, and the guy's always got a cool name. Hey, we heard Pearson got like these two guys from Chicago to come in.
Yeah.
Blah blah. And it's like they're the Butcher and the Blade.
Yeah,
and
then they're looking for trouble.
Who are these guys? And then like they go back to like a horrible like Commodore 2500 computer. They start typing up, and then like the green screen comes up, and it's like these guys have like, you know, they're wanted all over the earth.
Yeah.
Like blah blah. You know, and then like that's who we are.
Yeah.
So like that. Mixed with Chronic from the early, from like late WCW
wrestling
days.
terms. Yeah.
So it's basically like the Butcher from Buffalo, Andy Williams, and then the Blade, Braxton Sutter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think it like should always be like the Blade, Braxton Sutter. Like you're gonna cut a dude up.
Yeah. But like you said, we basically just refer to each other as Blade or Butch.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, which is perfect.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we got to work on gear.
Yeah.
But we came up with this yesterday, was the idea for like bad guy names for tag moves, which Screwface is fucking dope.
So we got like, I don't want to even give you guys the move because the move is so sick.
I mean, it involves you tossing somebody and me delivering a knee to the face. Screwface was Steven Seagal, marked for death.
Yes.
The main heel
was
twins.
Screwface. Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Down an elevator shaft.
Hope they're not triplets was his final.
yeah. And like that was another thing, like late 80s, early 90s.
Everyone thought Screwface had like magical powers, but he just was twins. Yeah. Nobody knew. Sorry, spoiler alert for Mark for Death.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't seen this movie that was out in 1988.
That's to me, and that's my favorite Seagal movie.
Oh, it's awesome,
it's amazing.
Dude. So, I mean, I love Out for Justice.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, little go back, you learn a little something. The soundtrack for Out for Justice is Seagal's first time he actually did the soundtrack. So he plays guitar. He has one of the best guitar collections in the world. If you look up Steven Seagal's guitar collection. He's got like shit that like it's like thousands and thousands of dollars.
He did the music for Out for Justice?
Yes.
Which has great music.
How about this, though? If you go back and listen to a little Every Time I Die record called New Junk Aesthetic, the drums were recorded in the same studio he recorded Out for Justice.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Well, because you met him at a show before, right?
No. My buddy Jimmy has a story about Steven Seagal where Steven Seagal started coming at him. Oh. And everybody ran at him. My buddy Jimmy used to work for Gibson, and he had like 2 showcases going on, and it was like, I think like Warren Haynes was playing one place and the Black Crowes were playing the other place, and they were both Gibson guys. And like one was earlier than the other, so they didn't like coincide with each other. And Steven Seagal showed up to the first one and was like, "Yeah, I'm playing tonight."
Yeah, he wanted to.
And then
like
looked at Jimmy and was like, "I need a 1957 Les Paul custom
demands,
and like this like Fender amp." And like Jimmy like went in, talked to like whoever it was that was like playing the earlier show, and they were like, "No, he's not playing with us." What? Like, and then he has to go back, and Jimmy's like, "Oh, sorry, man. There's like not enough room, and this and that, yada yada yada." He takes off. So a couple hours later, when the late show goes, Steven Seagal shows up and he goes in and is like, "Yo, is he playing this one?" They're like, "No." So he goes out, has these insane demands or whatever like that. And Jimmy's like, "Well, I'm going to tell this dude off, blah, blah."
Yeah.
And then he grabs a bunch of guys. He goes outside, tells Steven Seagal to like, "Dude, get out of here, man. You're not playing tonight." Steven Seagal like swells up and kind of like starts coming at him. Jimmy turns around and everybody ran. So Jimmy's just sitting there and then had to like put the fire out. Yeah. I can't imagine that. Dude, I would probably start crying, like the crying in excitement that he was going to whoop my ass.
Yeah.
I would hope that a bone was coming out of his
Yeah, he was going to
just twist my arm.
Sambo, break my arm.
Yeah. Cool. I would love that.
When I did a weekend with the Monster Factory, Danny Cage, who owns and runs Monster Factory, is like a huge Seagal mark.
Cool.
And I think he watches it every day. The YouTube video, if you've never seen it, look it up. It's Steven Seagal in Russia. He's like a god over there.
Yeah.
And he's just doing like basically like an expedition where like it's in front of like, I want to say 20,000 people, 10,000. It's huge, like thousands of people. And it's Seagal, like, you know, geared up head to toe, like heavy at the time.
Yep.
Overweight, huge ponytail, big goatee, and just doing the thing where like guys are coming at him one at a time.
It's a keto.
A keto, yeah.
That's what he does.
Sorry, I supposed to say
and a keto is like,
and he's just tossing dudes, and so, like, but he looks. I mean, it looks like he's putting the smallest amount of effort, dude, and these dudes are doing cartwheels. And
if you're listening to this and you do a keto, I almost want to fight you. Because a keto, and it's always like the dudes are like, "Fuck, pro wrestling's this, it's fake, blah, blah, blah." Yeah. That is the biggest work in the history of work.
Danny Cage points it out in the video, like, when the dudes are coming at Seagal, he's giving them the Iggy. Like, when the guy's coming, like, Seagal will hit his arm, and the guy comes after his arm. He's, like, giving him the Iggy where to attack him.
It's insane. And then,
like, points to his face, the guy swings at his face, catches his arm, flips him over.
Legit, so there's, like, a move that he does in that thing where, like, a guy will come at him, and he just, like, lightly slaps him in the neck, and the guy like rolls. I've said it. I've watched it. I love Steven Seagal. I love him. Dude. Fat Steven Seagal with a goatee. My favorite. This
and
is
he got real into wearing those like yellow paintball glasses.
Don't you dare take offense to this because I'm not talking about you. Because the goatee looks good.
Thanks.
I didn't tell you about that, but he like Pep is running, or Jesse's running. He's got a goatee now.
Running
He's
a
like
hard,
doing like a
hard goatee.
a thick around the mouth right now.
It's got
So
some hooks in it.
the thing with around the mouth goatees I love is like when action
Chronic's
stars.
tiny ones.
Oh man, don't get me started on Chronic. So later on in like all action stars, every single one of them, they start putting a little weight on.
Yep.
And then they do the around the mouth goatee to hide the double chin.
Yeah.
And Seagal's around the mouth double chin.
It's just so thick, his goatee.
But the thing is like I think in his head goes, all right, if I do this around the mouth goatee, it will get everybody's attention away from my weird spray painted head.
Yeah.
Because he has the weirdest.
Still has all his hair.
head.
I'll give him that. Still running thick hair.
I don't know.
Oh,
about
is
that.
it like
Dude, watch. The first movie is where he's
Hard to Kill?
He's Gino. It's Hard to Kill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he has no hair. He's as bald as you and
yeah.
I.
It's actually thicker now than it was.
Because
Okay.
it's not real.
Okay, yeah.
He like
Never mind.
It straight up looks like if you went to the store and bought like the Dracula wig.
Yeah.
And he just taped that to the top of his head. He's like, he has some money. He has to have some money because he owns like a production company.
Yeah.
He
He's
probably
definitely doing okay.
Yeah, is probably like, hey, I could probably go buy like this cool toupee, but this Dracula wig that I got at Walmart is working pretty good.
It looks really. It kind of looks like if you put a lighter up to it, it would all just go up in flames.
And then like legit like Uncle Phil hair would be under that.
Yeah.
Like straight up cul-de-sac of hair, a U cut.
Because he made the ponytail super cool in like the early
dude,
90s. But
still
I remember for a
cool
while,
to me.
I think like Hard to Kill it was like real tiny, and
Yeah.
then but then after a while he just started rocking a real long one.
Yeah, he's so cool.
He's the man. But to rewind back to bad guy tag moves.
Yeah.
You brought up. I've seen Last Action Hero once in the
Yeah.
theater, and I remember liking it, and then
So
I
cool.
didn't even know like everybody shits all over it.
That's just insane.
I was like, what? I remember seeing that and I liked it, but
Yeah.
I completely forgot that the heel throws the big fucking
Yeah. Tom
hatchet.
Noonan, the actor Tom Noonan,
Yep.
plays a guy named Ripper.
Yeah,
That's it.
Great bad guy name.
So, Butcher and the Blade, one of our tag moves
Signature tag moves.
is just the heart attack.
Yeah, but
Like we do it with like a Stan Hansen lariat instead of like some big oafy.
well, Bret Hart would do the jumping sit
Yeah.
down one. You just
So-
come with a hammer.
Yeah. And so ours is the Ripper
Yeah.
or Ripper.
Yeah,
So he's just
exactly.
the
Because
Ripper.
like there's Jack the Ripper, so I like just Ripper.
Yeah.
Like
And now
Ripper.
Tom Noonan also plays a character in Manhunter named it's Clarence
no, that's RoboCop.
No,
isn't
no.
it?
It's also Clarence Dollahide, which is a sick last name. So we got to come up with a name for Dollarhide.
Yeah, well, I mean, Dollarhide's pretty good.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
And then we also
There
have
was another one, right?
the Boddicker, Clarence Boddicker,
Yeah.
which is when I go to the top rope, it's Can You Fly, Bobby?
Oh, yeah.
Can you fly, Butchie? Yeah. And then I hit a big high cross body off the top.
And I don't care what you say, we're not forgetting about Sayonara RoboCop. Because
Oh,
I
yeah,
wanted to
Sayonara
use,
RoboCop.
I forgot I wanted to use Sayonara RoboCop 5 years ago for myself. And-
Yeah.
But Sayonara RoboCop is the dad from that 70s show, is the
Yeah.
main heel in the original RoboCop. And at the end, when they're in the junkyard, he's about to kill RoboCop, and he just goes, Sayonara RoboCop. And then the fucking spike comes out of RoboCop's hand, and he spikes him right in the neck, and blood everywhere.
You know what I'm kind of glad about too? Like there was also, if you remember from what's the movie with Stallone in the prison?
Lockup.
Okay, so in Lockup you have Sandman,
Oh, yeah.
who was amazing,
Shit. Yeah.
played by a guy by the name of Mark.
You're so good with
Something
these names.
another.
You're so good with those.
Yeah, I think Mark Thompson is his name, or no, Brian Thompson.
Okay.
Sorry, Brian Thompson. And then the weird from Tango and Cash, the guy that gets the grenade down the stomach,
Yeah.
and gets kicked down the thing. That's Brian James, Brion James.
That's how he spells Brian. Brion.
Yeah.
Never seen that ever.
Yeah, Brian James. He also played Max Jinky in a movie. It was House 3. Which, yo, if you want good samples, look up Max Jinky. There's one where he's in an electric chair. Dude, I love this. We almost use this on an Every Time I Die, the demo, where he goes,
Is this from
oh,
House?
God, it's the fucking, from Reservoir Dogs. It's the old man that, like, came up, the mastermind of the whole...
Oh, yeah, the beginning
bank
when
robbery.
they're out to eat.
The old dude.
Oh, he's amazing.
He plays the warden, and he comes up. He goes, "Any last words, Jinky?"
Yeah.
Like that.
Jinky.
And Jinky looks at him and goes, he goes, "Blow it out your ass, pinhead." And then it goes back to the dude, and then, you know, it goes back to Reservoir Dogs dude. He goes, "Pull it."
Yep.
And then the guy pulls it, and he goes, "Ah!" And he starts screaming. And then he...
Wait, was this House 3? Or this
yeah,
is...
this is
okay.
House 3.
Okay.
So, blah, like that, and then he looks at the dude who pulled the thing and goes, "Increase the voltage, shithead!" Ah! And then they do it, and Lance Henriksen is the good guy in that.
Yeah.
He, like, breaks the fucking chains like this, and he gets, and he's like Frankensteining towards Lance Henriksen. Lance Henriksen grabs a folding chair and picks a folding chair up, and he's gonna fucking hit him with a folding chair, and then he goes, right before he's about to die, he's on fire,
Yeah.
and he's like bubbling up and
Yeah.
stuff like that, and then he goes, "Ah, fuck." I can almost remember Lance Henriksen's name, but he says Lance Henriksen's name, and he goes, "I'm gonna fuck your world up."
Yeah.
And then dies.
Yeah, wait,
So fucking cool, dude.
it's not Shocker, is it? Isn't
No,
it Shocker?
no. Shocker's completely different.
Okay.
Because that dude's, oh my God, I can't
It was
remember
House 3, because we
bad
talked about
guy.
this in the car with Dick before.
Yes.
And
Dude,
yeah,
it's-
because we were trying to look.
Because it's called like House 3 and then the name of the movie. But it's technically one of the House movies.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
it's like, yeah,
I've seen that scene
dude,
before.
it is so cool.
Yeah, because Lance Henriksen is like the cop.
Yeah.
Who like put that guy away.
Yeah. "I'm gonna fuck your world up." And then he dies.
And then falls over. Yeah,
And he,
he's like bubbling.
and the whole
black.
thing is it was right around the time Freddy Krueger was big, so like anything that would torment you in a dream
Yeah.
was like hot, and that was like the whole gimmick. Is Max
Because
Jinky was gonna
he
come.
started coming to Lance's dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
Oh, dude. Fuck. I could talk about these movies all day long.
That's probably where we're going to go
and
for
I
a
know
while.
I know names. Like I can just remember all the like heels names,
I was,
like the
'cause
actors.
I was trying, like, that's why I was freaking out when you brought up Black Rain, because I've been trying to think of like 90s shit to go back and watch.
Yeah.
Tango and Cash is
Perfect.
beautiful.
Amazing.
I watched that so many times when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I forgot about the grenade down the pants.
Yeah,
too.
great
Just
down the
and
pants,
then he
kick
throws it down the stairs, doesn't he? Yeah.
Boom, he blows up. Another one is like you might know John Czar from the Maniac Cop movies.
I've never. I
is-
think Dick told me about Maniac Cop. I've
Yeah,
never seen it.
Awesome.
Isn't the-
Maniac
the
Cop
sec-
1 and 2, great.
Yeah, I heard the second one is like where
Yeah.
it's at.
So John Czar
And
is,
isn't it dude from Evil Dead, Bruce Campbell? No,
I mean, he might be in one of them,
I
but
think
like
he's in one
I
of
know
them.
John Czar is Maniac Cop, and he's
Okay.
that guy that has that weird big jaw. He's Sylvester Stallone's. He's Kurt Russell's cellmate, and then
Yes.
Clint Howard is
Yeah, and he puts
with a slinky?
the slinky around his head.
Yeah,
he's
is.
he's Stallone's.
Yeah.
Because Stallone's like super chill, like reading the paper,
Yeah.
and then he cut over to the guy. The slinky's around his
Yeah.
head.
It's great.
That's,
and
that's
then,
Ron
like,
Howard's brother, right?
yeah,
It's so good.
it's awesome.
He's the best.
John Czar's a crazy looking man. Like
Yeah.
he looks insane.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All those dudes.
That big jaw.
Yeah, like I just love like dudes like, they always played like a certain role in like 90s
That's what I'm
movies.
talking about.
Yeah.
That's what
And
the Butcher and the
exactly
Blade is.
where we're going with
Yeah.
this.
I'm gonna wear tiny little glasses. I'm gonna have a mustache.
Yeah, your circle glasses are
Yeah.
crucial. I got to come up with some
That
shit.
Sherpa guy. I'm gonna wear that Sherpa vest with the fur
With the
sticking
fur.
out of it.
Yeah.
I'm going trunks, guys. So you're gonna see my little baby
That's
carrot.
gonna be a big game changer.
You're gonna see. Everyone's
How about-
gonna wonder if you guys
Kev,
need.
Kev, how about those legs right there? They're gonna
If you
be
need,
trunks.
if you need Rolaids or Tums, it will look like I always have one
It didn't.
in my thing. Also,
It in my time.
if it's right around Christmas time and you're in need of a AAA battery, there will be one in my pants also. Got a couple packs of baby carrots down there. Here's the thing, too, man. If you're a wrestling fan and you've never seen me, I wrestle in like gray pants. I wrestle in like chino pants. And the reason why is because my parents are really small, and I somehow came out like a gorilla.
It is hilarious.
And I'm shaped like an ice cream cone. So like My bottom half doesn't match the top half. I was like 167 pounds until I was probably in like 11th grade, and then I ballooned up to like 190. But my legs, like, no matter what I'm literally about to go to the gym after this and work legs. My legs
because you know the tights are coming.
They just don't grow. And I don't, like, everyone always says that, like, oh man, hit a leg day. I do 2 leg days a week.
You squat a lot.
It's insane.
Like often.
And it doesn't matter. I mean, it literally doesn't matter what I do. I like Eric Paulson, not Eric Paulson, Eric the Hammer. It's Josh Barnett's strength and conditioning coach. Gave me a program of volume stuff that I did for like 6 months, and my legs didn't grow at all. And I was squatting every other day.
I love that when we had Big Frank in here, you wore super high shorts just hoping he would notice your legs.
Yeah, and then ask him, like,
pointers.
hey man, I can do something about those.
I think he's just going to call you out on your skinny legs.
Yeah. Like, they're not that skinny, but they're skinny. Like, it's just like...
It's compared to the rest of your body.
Yeah, it's weird.
Which, in tights, you'll be all right.
We'll see.
We're going to find
They're going to last one match, and then I'm going back to Chinos.
After you put all this work in.
I do have like actual long trunks though.
Oh yeah,
I
from
just
the
never wore 'em.
Yeah.
But I just have boots. But I ordered boots. I got boots coming.
Yeah, which is going to be real good.
Game changer.
Tights will be even better.
How about this? Okay, going back to us being a tag team.
Yeah.
So a picture got sent to me. It was me and Jess holding belts as we're about to walk through the apron.
Yeah.
I'm white as a ghost. You can't see any muscle definition on my big ass body.
It's also,
and
it was the one you're talking. It's like we always laugh. That's like the worst angle.
Yeah.
Is when someone's below you, like coming up.
Yeah.
It just like it doesn't do anything. For
I look
anybody.
terrible. Is basically where I'm getting at. And I go, man, and Jess goes, yo, you got to hit the tanning bed.
Well, that's because, like, I've been getting on you about the tanning bed, and that was the perfect picture where it was like, you see what I'm talking about? You look like you're glowing in the dark.
Yeah, so he goes, you got to go tanning. And I was like, come on, man. Like, blah, blah. And then he goes, well, it also doesn't help that you're standing next to the second coming of Ravishing Rick Rude.
As soon as I said that, I was
talking
like,
about himself.
I guarantee he's going to bring that up on the podcast
100%. There's no way. Do you hear this? He goes... You're standing. It doesn't help that you're standing next to the second coming of Ravishing Rick Rude.
Because I think my first text was, "Brother, you're killing me," because it was like I don't know what you had going on that day. The whole day you were just like, "Fuck this, fuck that." I look like shit. And I was like, "God damn, there's only so much I can do to lift your spirits." Yeah.
Just show me a picture.
We got these cool.
All it is.
We just want some fucking sweet belts. We're doing all right. God damn.
Hey man, I'm a world champ.
If anybody has ideas too, as far as like '90s bad guys and shit, please Instagram, Twitter us. We got the Kickin with no G, Kickin Ass podcast at gmail.com. Send us ideas because I think it's fucking rad.
Yeah.
I hadn't. Okay,
brother Joseph Shelton that did like the Python stuff.
Yeah,
he like sent me some designs, and I nixed them.
Yeah,
I said, listen, these are cool, but this isn't the aesthetic we're going for.
All right,
I'm like, let me really start thinking ideas.
Yeah,
and then come at him. I want our shirts to look like, remember like the original Terminator shirt. Like, it's sick. There's like laser beams in the background.
I have it.
It had like a little tag, like tagline on the side.
Yep.
I legit want it to look like a movie thing. So it's you and I,
like an old, like the Black Rain poster or something.
So you and I, like back to back, looking like fucking badasses.
Yeah.
Some catch line, which is probably
We Are Reality.
Yeah, We Are Reality is 100%. Or
Tom
we could
Berenger
use
Platoon.
From Black Rain. I sent you this today from Michael Douglas's mouth.
What was it again?
He says, sometimes you shouldn't use your head. You should just grab your balls.
It
says something like that.
It almost doesn't even make any sense.
It makes total sense when I say it. Hold up.
What you got?
I got it. Yeah. Well, I'm just gonna go back to our text here. It's a really cool. It's a very cool.
That's a great one-liner.
Yeah. So, let's see here. He says, sometimes you gotta forget your head and grab your balls.
Yeah. It's pretty dope.
It's just
pretty straightforward.
Man.
Like you see us back to back with like a tagline off to the side.
Laser in the background.
Yeah.
Almost make us look like we're like not even real.
Exactly.
And then Yeah, like
be
maybe
fucking
like
cool.
something cool in one of our glasses.
I'm just glad that you were, because anytime I've had like design dudes send me stuff, I'm just so grateful.
Yeah.
I don't have like I'm really.
This is
that you were able to say like,
you
yo,
know
dude.
how detailed I got with this story.
Yeah, you're good with this shit.
So like legit, like me and Jesse were talking about tagging. I'm sitting in a van for 8 hours a day, driving around,
Thinking about wrestling.
and I just start writing it out.
Yeah.
And I just start writing it out, and I have there's a whole big thing
That's what
that I have. So like the butcher and the blade needs to just be something different,
Yeah, for sure.
crazy.
Totally
so it's
different.
gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Just wait for it.
That's I feel like I blow you up a lot because like I get ideas. 95% of the time it's while I'm working out and I just endorphins are raging and I got a sick pump and I get so fucking pumped and then I just start blowing you up,
which is great.
Yeah.
But that's like the cool thing is you can do it. And like Joe Shelton, it's Sir Joe Shelton at
Isn't it art?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sir Joe Shelton art.
So I would do want to plug him. He's a good
Yeah.
guy.
But he does really good work, and it was not definitely a knock. I just told him, I was like, hey man, like this is cool. Just need I'm looking for a different aesthetic. Like
It's Art of Joseph Shelton on Instagram.
Yeah.
Good guy. Super good guy. The dude that I told you that Python shirt he just made for you and Wes is fucking sweet.
So there's a new Python shirt too, by the way.
Yeah. Also, those are coming.
So yeah, and he does like good work, and he's just so stoked to help. So he'll just throw stuff at you, and it's like, just wait. I'm gonna give you once I get the idea, I'll send it to you, and then get him to work. And usually, like he gets it, like he just will understand it.
Back to back is pretty sweet.
Yeah. So So other things. You guys just did Smash together. There's something I gotta talk about. There's an elephant in the room.
Okay.
His name's Kevin Bennett.
Yeah.
Kevin wrestled in a 3-way with Sebastian Suave and won
Jeff Cobb,
the very powerful Jeff Cobb.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know.
I'm gonna throw a little curveball in
Go
here.
ahead.
Here's how we're gonna step this podcast up. I'm gonna instead of having to piss real hard the whole time, I'm gonna pass this off to Kevin and take a leak real quick.
No, perfect.
And then
I'm going to talk with Kev.
Here we go. Right back.
I like this.
All right, I'm up now.
All right, Kev.
Yeah.
How strong is that guy?
All right. You know what it's like when you pick up a piece of paper?
Yeah.
It's like really easy.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he does with humans.
Yeah. And like the thing is, like, I think Kevin kind of gets lumped into like the little guy category, but he's not by any means little. You're like 6 foot tall,
Yeah, like,
probably close to 200.
well, actually, you want to know something super weird?
Yeah.
Like, just like 2 days ago,
Yeah.
I stepped on the scale and it said 165.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow, that's way off. Body dysmorphia
Yeah.
on my part.
Yeah, well, I'm like 171 right now.
Yeah.
But just the other day, I woke up. It was after like the week-long thing that we did like with Smash. and
Yeah.
Just all the traveling. I don't know. I felt like I wasn't like,
You don't look like that though.
well, that's good.
I don't look like when I look at you, I don't see 165.
Yeah. Well, that's
171, sorry.
Because like I remember I did. You remember hearing about that welterweight wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that, and they were doing weigh-ins and all that kind of shit. So I was like, all right, cool. I'm gonna be like 182 probably. I ended up legit stepping on the scale. It said 170, and that right. So I was like, all right, I was a little far off.
Yeah.
But then I watched my match back, and Shane Douglas was commentating.
Yeah.
And he's like, that Kevin Bennett there, you said he was 180 pounds? I'm like, yeah, 180. And he's like, he looks way bigger than that.
Awesome.
So I was like, oh, hell yeah.
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 Well, you don't appear to be
Well,
170.
thank God. But yeah, regardless, whatever I weigh, Jeff Cobb
Cobb did the whole like went to the left side, went to the right side, went to the left side, went to the right side, went to the left side, and then threw him. And it was wild.
Yeah.
And then he picked up body too, which body is like, I'll tell you what, I'm terrible at this then, because I looked at body the other day. I was like, you're like, what, 360? And he was, no, man, I'm like 330. I was like, all right, sorry.
He's been there, though.
Dude, I'll tell you what, like, watching body get picked up by Cobb and thrown over his head was wild.
Yeah. That was probably one of the biggest reactions of the show.
It was huge. I mean, Kingdom was cool, too. Like, Kingdom's not a small guy either.
Yeah.
And he just put him up in torture rack and gave him an angle slam. Like it was nothing.
Yeah. No, it was awesome.
It was crazy. Kev's like, get that.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
Get that mic away from me.
Thanks,
I'm producing right now.
Okay, here's an idea I had today.
Okay.
And then
what is this for?
This is.
You just missed a whole Cobb talk. It was great.
Oh, my skipping
How
too fast.
How much do you think he weighs right now? Did you hear what we were talking about?
Like, for me being a fitness guy, I'm terrible with weight.
You should have heard mine.
I'm gonna say 175.
Damn it, you're good.
Really?
I said close to 200.
Oh wow.
Because he's tall.
Yeah. Where you at?
But he's not.
I'm 171. But
Oh,
I
for
told
real?
him just the other day, like after the Smash
Yeah.
stuff that we did, I weighed in at like 165.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, I don't know how it happened, but it came back the next day.
Whoa, maybe it was the scale was off or something. 165.
I was so shocked. Like,
That's 10 pounds.
I stepped on and off like friggin' 10 times.
Is that?
Because that hasn't happened.
Is that why you're all about getting back on the meal prep?
Yeah, I'm getting sketched out now. So.
That is weird. You don't look 165.
That was the thing too. Even when you did like extra stuff, like you in the ring with like a huge man, you weren't like the smallest guy there.
I didn't get to see it at all. He didn't look like out of place.
I mean,
or
you
nothing.
are just getting into wrestling though.
Yeah, you just getting started. What, 6-7 years in? Just getting rolling.
Inside joke.
Okay, I don't mean to fast forward here.
No,
but
go
it's
ahead.
it's kind of like, it's shit we got going on, and it's kind of
please.
Butcher and Blade related. So when we start after the first of the year, this episode is going to come out towards the end of October. After the first of the year, all of us are basically looking to add another, almost a spin-off of VSW, like another wrestling show in Buffalo.
Yes.
So when we start doing these downtown shows, like, have you ever heard, I guess at Progress, they start every show with like the same song. It's like it cuts. It's like it starts with like Star Wars, then it cuts into something else, then it cuts into something else. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think that's a fucking badass idea.
Yeah.
So
Like it's like the show's about to start.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So like I think that's an amazing idea. And then sometimes I get like I just got this idea today, and sometimes I get overhyped on this stuff, and then tomorrow I'll be like, that was okay. I don't know, I get so excited. But so my original idea was I was like, oh dude, like fucking Mouth of War from Pantera would be amazing.
Awesome.
And what was one, is an amazing song, and two, just like Vulgar Display of Power is my favorite album ever written of all time. Like, if I could listen to one album for the rest of my life, that would be it.
Okay.
And that's like the opening song too. I just think it's perfect. And then today I was like, well, what if like the first show opened with like Mouth of War, and then the second show was New Level.
Yeah.
And then
you went through the whole thing.
Like, the first 6 songs are all just
perfect.
rippers. Yeah.
Yeah.
This Love might be a little weird.
Yeah,
but,
yeah. You can just do the breakdown at the end.
Yeah, but exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
We do Every Time I Die does a Pantera mosh breakdown.
The one from Domination?
We do Domination into 5 Minutes Alone into This Love.
Oh, you do like
all the breakdowns.
That's
because they go into it. It's like, so you could do dun 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 dun
yeah
dun 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 banana nano 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 dun 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 nano 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 dun, and then it goes bam 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 bum 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 bum. You do it all in a row.
That's great.
Place goes crazy.
Yeah.
You pull that out for the special ones.
Now I'm jumping around. Didn't you guys?
That's a top rope high cross body.
Didn't you guys do this at like Hellfest like a long time ago?
Oh, where we took from
the live CD.
Keith didn't talk in between songs.
Yeah.
He just took Phil Anselmo's live banter from 101 Proof.
Yeah, which also to me
crazy.
That's the best live CD there is. Period.
I love when he goes, "Man, we're a band that has no gimmicks. You're not going to see dragons coming out of our speakers." What? Is there a band that actually had dragons coming out of their speakers? If they did, I need to see it ASAP.
That's like the whole like appeal to Pants. When the one time I saw them live was, I mean, like his banter in between songs like, makes the shit.
And you gotta remember, because like, a lot of people like probably listen to this and be like, "Oh, that guy's a piece of shit." He's no different than like an old gimmicky wrestler that never left the gimmick. Yeah, like the guy's so gone right now.
Yeah,
that,
I know he's fucked up, but like you know,
he's just a caricature of what he was.
Yeah, of himself.
You know, it's weird.
But
that is, I mean, that literally doesn't like justify him saying dumb shit on stage.
No, yeah, especially
But
racist shit. But
him
like,
now, he's a different human being.
like you said,
than
he's just
then.
a goner.
Yeah.
Yeah, but also though, my idea with like, because I think it's Mouth of War, New Level, Walk, fucking Hostile, This Love, and Rise.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, another curveball in there too is I really think we need to do the new Gangsters.
Oh,
and use fucking Hostile.
Yeah, we'd have to take that out of that intro though.
Wait. Oh yeah,
Just take it out
opening
of
the show.
Yeah,
exactly. So
yeah.
I might have to scratch that one as well.
So yeah, our whole thing is like just you hear fucking Hostile. And
1, 2, 3,
know
4.
We're gonna just fuck the place up.
Yeah, literally just come in, like it's the Gangsters from ECW.
Just with
redone.
minus
rap music,
and garbage cans filled with garbage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just two dudes coming in and just fucking shit up.
Whooping ass.
Yeah, for at least the first couple shows.
Kicking ass.
Kicking ass.
Yeah.
While fucking Hostile's just jamming, which I think it's fucking sweet.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. But so that was my idea today,
yeah,
and
so
I got real hyped on it.
Talk about the week of Smash stuff. You did some weird stuff that I don't.
Yeah, like for me, yeah, it was like, so Wednesday, we went to
like middle of the week wrestling stuff. That
yeah, exactly. It's fucking cool, man. So Wednesday, we a bunch of us got to go up to Toronto, and we did a thing called Ring Talks, where it was basically, it was almost just like it was a small room. How many do you think it fit, Kev? Like 50?
Yo, it was at Rivoli, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rivoli, Buried Alive played there with, when I saw that, Buried Alive played there in 1997.
How the fuck did people...
With a veil.
The stage
awesome.
is so small.
That's great.
That's sweet. And Laura said she's been there before.
Yeah.
So it was right in downtown Toronto.
Yeah.
And it was just like a little... They had
also,
Jackie Redmond hosted. What?
Hey, Amanda Siegfried shows her Hooters in this movie called Chloe with Gillian Anderson and Liam Neeson, and it's all filmed right in that area. And there's a scene where Liam Neeson is married to Gillian Anderson.
Yep.
And is it Gillian Anderson? It's the chick from.
Shows her Hooters.
It's the redheaded girl from Boogie Nights.
Oh, shit.
What's her name?
Ugh, I'm terrible with names.
I can't remember.
Julianne Moore.
Julianne Moore.
Yeah.
Okay, it's her. So they're married, Liam Neeson and her.
Yep.
And Liam Neeson starts, he picks up like this young chick, Amanda Siegfried, and that's like her, that's his like mistress.
Yeah.
And then Julianne Moore finds out about it, and they meet at Rivoli and like talk it over.
Oh, fuck.
It's crazy.
Well, I was
So you're part of
I was just there last
movie
week.
history, man.
It was a super cool little venue, just a little stage.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at numbers, but I'm gonna say maybe fit like 50 people.
Yeah.
Little bar in the back, and they had 2 rounds of us. First, they had like kind of like The Office, Sebastian Suave, James Allen, the guys who run Smash Wrestling.
Yep.
They were on stage. Jackie Redmond hosted. She just asked questions. They had
Was Brad and Scott involved in that?
No,
too?
they weren't there.
Oh, that's
I mean, it was the middle of the week. Might have had to work or something.
of course.
And then so fans asked questions. Then they came off. Then it was me, Kevin, Body, referee Jimmy Corderas, and Tyson Dukes, and we just asked questions and answered questions. It was super. It was just something different. It was really cool. And that was Wednesday, and then Thursday we were in Toronto. So then we booted an hour and a half to London, Ontario, and you've been there before, the Fanshawe College show.
Yep.
Did the Fanshawe College show. Then came back home off Friday, Saturday, and then we had the show in Toronto Sunday, and they did a double header. The first show was called From the Ground Up, right?
Yeah, From the Ground
There was
Up.
a lot of like younger guys not exactly on the Smash roster, and then our buddy from Buffalo, Kevin Blackwood, just destroyed.
I'm
going to
say this right now, and this isn't a knock to either of you guys who worked on the later show.
No.
But Kevin versus Carter Mason was the best match of the day.
Yeah,
it was
crowd was
fucking
firing.
insane.
Yeah.
Like, the way they planned the match, everything made sense. It wasn't like a match where there was a heel and a baby face.
No, but for that kind of crowd, it worked perfect.
Oh, dude, it just seemed like both guys wanted to win the whole time.
Yeah, just back and forth, yeah.
And then at the end, like, Blackwood went over, and Carter Mason, like, who was kind of doing heel stuff, but it wasn't like he wasn't like raking his eyes.
Yeah, he was like aggressive guy.
Yeah, he was just kind of like, I'm gonna kill you, you know, and like had some stuff. Then he like bowed to him.
Yeah,
and it was like two guys.
Both guys
literally were
good.
winning. It was great. And then the second card was awesome. Like, that's not a knock on that.
No, exactly.
But I told Kevin, I was like, dude, that match on that card would have been
great,
just as good.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So yeah, then they had the show. The first show started at like 3. Then there was a little small break at like 6. The second show started, and they did a really cool thing where they didn't announce any card whatsoever. They didn't announce any wrestlers, nothing. And I don't know if it's sold out, but that's the biggest crowd they've ever had.
It was awesome. The crowd was hot.
It was packed,
and I just was there watching.
Yeah, and this is 0 people announced, so it was a really cool vibe because like literally every time a wrestler came out for his match, people were just fucking freaking out.
It was awesome.
Yeah, super cool. Great show.
The vibe was, it was literally off the hook, and you could like, there were like these 2 dudes in particular that I'm talking about, and like, you can always tell like there's wrestling fans who are like snobs.
Yeah.
Who are like the whole time they just sit there and like you can tell they're just judging the whole thing and then like blah blah blah. And then there's like wrestling fans where like they're freaking out over the fact that like Brad and Scott are right there.
Yeah.
They're freaking out. Like literally at one point in time they like looked back and they're like, oh my God, Andy Williams over there. You think he's gonna do anything? You know what I mean? Like that. And
they're
like,
just, they're
waved
just excited
at me and,
for
like,
the whole.
They're fucking, and if every time like an entrance song would come on, they're like two sweeting each other and they're just excited and then popped for every single person that came out. There was no like good guy, there was no bad guy.
Yeah, they're just excited for the show.
Just so pumped for wrestling.
Yeah.
And it was like that. And sometimes like Smash crowds can be a little like snobby on occasions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That crowd, there was none of that.
No.
Like, people were literally reacting to everything. It was
from start to finish, which was impressive too because there'd already been a show earlier too.
It was awesome.
And it was hot as fuck in there.
It was pretty hot.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I keep repeating myself on this, but Smash Wrestling is doing just such cool things.
They're awesome. And though another wild thing is like one of the dudes you just mentioned, like that, the behind the scenes guy, there's a guy named Alan who's kind of like, I mean, I guess he's kind of like the mainframe character. Like if you're talking about G.I. Joe, he's mainframe.
He's a workhorse.
And he is just always behind a monitor. Dude, he filmed.
Just looking to work.
Legit filmed this thing. I was so surprised at this. So
you thought it was for like a different show, right?
I've completely. At intermission, Jesse and Mike, Well-Oiled Machines, recorded this thing of them like walking through the hall.
Yeah, intermission of the first show.
Yeah, basically doing like your gimmicky like ass whooping through the halls like video game thing where like you guys are just smashing
like
dudes.
80s like Streets of Rage.
Yeah,
like with like kung fu movies mixed in there. Where just like real hokey. Where like we're chilling out up against a car, and then all of a sudden we just hear music kick in, and we're walking to the ring from the parking lot. We just keep getting jumped by guys wearing pantyhose over their head,
and they're just whooping ass.
And this wasn't just for Alan's. This wasn't just one take. He was filming like multiple segments,
and then they legit like the movie comes on at the time their match is supposed to be, and it segues into them coming out the entrance.
Yeah, like the segment ended with us like basically ending at the entrance, and then
legit 45 minutes later.
Yeah.
And he's doing shit the whole time.
But not even that. Like we filmed it at intermission, we got done, the show started. Dude, it wasn't even 20 minutes later.
Yeah.
He came up to me and Mike. He was like, "Hey, do you guys want to see it?" And we were like,
"What?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, okay." And he had it all done.
It's crazy,
dude. It's nuts, man.
Wizard stuff.
Yeah.
Like that to me, I don't know. Like Kevin's probably just like, I mean, you just have to like do this 2 things. It's no big deal.
But for me, I'm just like I would never like it would. That's like a 4-year thing. The biggest part is like for Seb and for Smash Wrestling. Like, I mean, even for us with the shit we're getting ready to do with shows, like, dude, to have a guy like that on board is just fucking crucial, man.
It's cool too. I mean, Kevin does it. That's like I've said this before on other podcasts. Like Kevin is one of those dudes that will always be the go-getter, and he'll take the initiative to like make content, put content out there. Yeah, and he knows how to do that stuff.
He's done similar stuff.
And there's times where like legit, like we will finish recording something at like 11:45, and then like
he's got it
3 hours later,
the next morning.
it's like there, like ready to watch. Like it's wild. There's that Giancarlo dude that does everything for Joey Janela. Like that dude is
his stuff is super cool,
insane. You know what I mean? And that's a dude that like it seems like it's like a huge production, but there's no like I can't imagine Joey Janela being like, "Hey man, here's a couple thousand, let's get some cool shit."
Yeah, the guy's doing it because he's
like doing cool shit, like, and he's making it happen
because he likes it.
Yeah, it's so cool.
I remember I told Joey the first one he made when he came back from his injury.
Yeah.
It was just like, the bad
Doug
boy.
the Jacob.
Yeah, the bad boy returns. Like, I saw that when we were in Orlando filming for Impact, and it was like a long stretch. It was like 8 days or something like that. And I remember like I watched it a whole bunch on that loop because it like pumped me up.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, like this is just something different. And
Yeah.
it's fucking cool. And I was like, I would just watch it. Like, if I, the morning time I was just kind of dragging or something like that, or it was middle of the day and it was just a long day, like I would just watch it and just fucking fire me up.
Yeah.
It's just so cool. Man.
Real cool segue.
Uh-huh.
If you want to see Joey Janela and Kevin Bennett wrestle each other, come to Buffalo December 16th because they're wrestling each other. And it's going to be awesome.
At the Every Time I Die Christmas
And
show.
we can fucking, that's going to be the rad thing. So if we're filming stuff for you and Giancarlo's filming stuff for him, we can do really cool stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like hype videos.
Yes.
We should, because we were talking about the Flyers today. Like, should we actually come up with a name for the wrestling show too?
Yeah, maybe.
Probably.
Like if it's like Every Time I Die's Christmas show, and then
featuring wrestling,
the wrestling extravaganza.
Yeah, like that. I mean, something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna need. I don't know. We're gonna need.
Yo,
something.
we should do like a Juggalo-esque pump up video for it.
Oh, like with the vanilla, like they used to do with Vanilla Ice and shit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Where it's just like December 16, 16, 16.
Yeah, because those are.
Yeah.
They did a fucking SNL skit on those things.
I'm just gonna do the card right now. I wanted to do it in that voice though, like we have Braxton Sutter versus Sammy Callahan. Callahan. We have Timothy Thatcher versus Josh Barnett.
Yeah, I was just sorry. I was just thinking how like because the one is they have like Vanilla Ice like dressed up like an alien.
Yeah,
yes. Get you in like an alien costume. Yeah, and tennis coming off your head.
Yeah,
like a shitty spaceship behind you.
So that's right now. I'm giving you the card right now.
Sorry,
I'm just gonna do the card.
I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Because it will already probably be announced by then, and this is like the last podcast we're really doing. So it will definitely be by the time this airs.
Yeah,
it'll be announced. So we have Braxton Sutter versus Sammy Callahan in Buffalo. Gonna be insane.
Yeah.
We have
Riverworks, which is like a 3,000 cap venue.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. We have Timothy Thatcher going against the War Master. Josh Barnett.
Josh Barnett of UFC heavyweight champion fame.
Yeah, the youngest UFC heavyweight champion of all time. I guess. Yeah.
Crazy.
Okay. We have the Chris Bros going against Team Tremendous.
OI4K or Impact Wrestling's OVE.
Yeah. We have Kevin Bennett versus Joey Janela. Insane. We have Pythons versus two jabronis.
Pythons in action.
Yeah. Pythons in action. Yeah. There it is for the first time in Buffalo.
Which is awesome.
What else
Kevin
do we
Blackwood.
have? Oh, Kevin Blackwood and Brody King. Like flying Brody King from the depths of the West Coast.
Brody King is like such
the East Coast
unsung hero, like on the rise.
It's insane
right now. Yeah.
I mean, both of them are. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the minute like Blackwood gets out there and does some shit, and I think like a match like this will definitely be like, oh shit, like then you have Brody going like, there's this dude Kevin I'd love to work with.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, Kev's going out to PCW. He's doing AWS and all that shit. We have Allie versus
Sienna or Allison K from the Independents. We've got
Cherry Bomb
or my wife.
Yeah.
Or
it's Jesse's wife versus RJ City's girlfriend.
That's exactly what the Flyers gonna say.
I mean, like
Dick Justice,
Gregory Iron, RJ City in a three-way.
Yep. And then we got the Grapplers Anonymous.
Yeah, 8-man tag, which is going to be sick.
Grapplers Anonymous is the local wrestling school here in Buffalo where now I've been helping train guys on Wednesday nights, and it's I don't know if I touched on this in podcast yet, but I just keep saying that in this area, like, you know, I moved back to Buffalo from Cincinnati in like 2007-ish, I think, and the Buffalo area has never, from 2007 until now, has never had this much like young talent before. Like I never had interest in training guys, and now like stopping at the schools, like, oh my God, there's a lot of guys here that are really good, like Kevin Bennett, Kevin Blackwood, Anthony Nicometti, Danny Garcia. Like, so yeah, it's, I don't know, I have no problem saying like Buffalo's on the rise of like just awesome shit right now.
Yeah.
So but basically Grapplers Anonymous is helping us put on the show. So we're gonna have a lot of those guys in an 8-man tag, which will be fucking badass. Because they did a 6-man before actually DSW, which was fucking killer. And I think it'll be really good.
You forgot to mention one savvy rookie, 40-year-old rookie, young Andy Williams on the rise,
young free flowing.
Probably going to be injured by the time the Christmas show even happens.
Bad knees, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's just a lot of cool shit happening.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking great. That's going to be like, for me, this Christmas show thing is like, Jesse talks about it every single podcast about how I've been talking about doing something that mirrors the two worlds together, but doing it in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
And it's like, I just want
the stars have definitely aligned.
Here's wrestling
right now.
Here's rock.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good time.
Like the fact, I mean,
that night, legit. That night, if you come to the show, you will be moshing with Josh Barnett. He 100% will be moshing for my band that night. You will mosh next to a UFC heavyweight champion.
And pull his signature move off of always. Doesn't he always throw somebody off the stage?
Someone off the stage.
Yeah, it always happens.
Very dangerous.
Yeah,
it's my show, and
great.
Now insurance that is going to be in.
We also forgot to, there's going to be a Smash Wrestling is going to provide a match as well.
Yeah.
And I didn't even like put this together until now. Like, I don't know. I always get weird about stuff like that. How, like, we've been talking about doing this. You've been talking about doing this for so long, and I feel the time right now is perfect for this to happen because, like I say every week to guys in Buffalo, like Buffalo has never been this good before.
Yeah.
So now, of course, we're doing it this
yeah.
year.
Like I can't for the minute. I don't know who the fuck is winning your match, obviously, because it's undetermined. I mean, it's just it's the skill of two men.
Yeah, the wills.
Yeah. The minute that match is finished, I'm probably gonna cry.
Yeah.
I'm like, without a doubt, I will be the most emotional human being.
And then you still have to. I still have
to play, and I'll cry after that. Yeah. I almost cry at every single Christmas show.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's like one of those. I don't get nervous ever for shows. Mm-hmm. And the only shows I really get nervous for some reason are London, England, and Buffalo.
Makes sense.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And like, because it's just like one of those things where like in Buffalo, like if we suck,
it's a big deal.
It sucks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or if the whole show sucks.
Yeah.
Obviously, like we just played with Taking Back Sunday and played in front of 3,200 people. Like, it was crazy.
Yes, there's a lot to live up to.
And that was emotional. You know what I mean? Like after, it's like, what the fuck? Like that was crazy, you know? And like people come to bat for your band.
Yep.
And that was like literally the day where it was like, oh wow, like this is cool.
This is real.
But the Christmas show is like our thing. So like, yeah.
The last Christmas show, I mean, I know you, because before you guys would do numerous in a row. The one I came to, the set list was like perfect.
Yeah.
Fucking perfect.
Yeah.
And I still think about that to this day. Like, I'm so, like, you know, in wrestling, you're always trying to create moments. And I think I told you this real quick, but because last year you played, like, you guys all wore Christmas stuff, and you had like the elf outfit.
Yeah.
Like, it's just a straight up skin tight green.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm always the guy putting
felty.
myself out there. Like when we played on the boat, I was like in like this really tight, like sailor boy outfit, like a young deckhand.
Of course, beautiful.
Probably the oldest guy in the house.
Beautiful hair, just
amazing hair.
But then when you guys came out for your encore, you played the opener from the new album, which starts off with your guitar riff.
Yeah.
And it was like, I mean, it's like wrestling. It's like, it's such a small detail because you did it anyways. But like when you came back out, it was just you on stage.
Yeah.
And you took the top part off.
Yeah.
And like if you would have, like, there was like a gasp like over the crowd, like whoa, like just jacked. Like, you know what I mean? Like big. And
I was
jacked.
looking good then.
Yeah, you should have been front. Like you literally should have been in the middle of the stage because you were kind of off to the side where you usually play. But like if you would have been front and center on the stage with like a light on you, because as soon as you hit that riff too, like everybody went crazy.
Yeah,
that was such a moment.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It was sick.
It was super cool.
Yeah, it was.
And being shirtless, pulling your tarp off helped as well.
Yeah, pop the top.
Pop the top.
When the light is right, you pop the top.
Yeah, absolutely.
For me, the light has to be right because I am white. As a ghost.
Yeah. But yeah, the Christmas show is going to be sweet. And then, I mean, that's the goal, is then to start running one big wrestling show at Riverworks. For me, at least, to start running once a year at Riverworks.
Yes,
that'll
be our WrestleMania. It'll be Buffalo's WrestleMania.
Exactly.
Yeah,
because they, ESW was doing it before. It was out in Lockport, which is about 45 minutes to an hour. It was a good show, but downtown Buffalo would just be dope.
Which is great because those shows are always good.
Yeah.
So there's no reason.
But just imagine it downtown Buffalo.
Yeah.
There's
no reason you can't do a SummerSlam and a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You can have two.
Yeah.
We can spread the wealth. To go back to my segment of it's a great time to be alive. Yeah. We touched on it before.
That's a great segment. It's a great time to be alive.
It's a great time to be alive, guys. Dude, Movie Pass is $10 a month now.
Yeah.
Because we've brought it up before, and it was $30.
Is not an ad.
Yeah,
we have no sponsorships.
Well, I was thinking of this at the gym today. Like, even if we were trying to get a sponsorship out of it, they're going to save us $10 a month?
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking dude. It's the app right now, Movie Pass. It's $10 a month, and you can see as many movies as you want.
Yeah.
Like, just the gimmick is you can only go once every 24 hours.
Yeah.
That's fuck. It was $30, and they dropped it to 10.
I'm going to tell you this because I had it before when it was $30. The thing you have to be aware of, that if you see a movie at 10 o'clock the one day and you want to go the next day, you can't go back.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to kind of time it where, like, one day see a movie at 6, the next day see a late movie. 6, 10.
Yeah.
I go see a lot of
movies. You go to the movies a lot like we do.
Yeah.
That's
By the way, just saw Wind River. Did you see Wind River?
No, but
best movie of the year.
Come on.
Straight up. That's the best movie of the year.
Really?
It's awesome.
Who's in it?
I would see it again. That's how good it is. That's Jeremy Renner.
Yep.
The only, like, Native American Indian guy from the 80s. I think his name is Graham Greene. You'll know who he is. He's the Indian guy in every movie, like Native American Indian guy in every movie.
Gotcha.
But he's in it. He's like an older cop now. In that, and then I don't know her name. She's got blue eyes. She's really pretty. But the movie's just, it is
it's unreal.
Awesome, man.
That's
like,
sweet.
But it's the same screenplay. The guy who wrote the screenplay for Hell and High Water, and Cesario.
Oh, okay.
And then he directed this one.
Hell and High Water blew me away.
Fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's fucking rules.
And it's like, oh man. Obviously, if you're listening to this and you've seen Wind River, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's definitely, it's definitely in my top 3.
I actually thought about this. Like I said, this won't come out till like the end of it. It's September 19th, people. This ain't gonna come out till end of October. Should we talk about Mother?
Yeah, but we have definitely conflicting.
I liked Laura hated it. I liked it.
Yeah, Laura hated it.
I didn't like it as much as you did.
Yeah.
But I didn't not like it.
Here's the thing. It's a Darren Aronofsky.
I just didn't like being in the dark for so long.
Yeah. Darren Aronofsky movie, Mother.
Yeah.
And it's got Javier Bardem,
Jennifer Lawrence, Michelle Pfeiffer,
Ed Harris. A very chafy. He definitely had something in his throat. The whole movie, he's like,
very Haskins like.
Yeah, he was cheering for Haskins.
Very Haskins fan
that day. Yeah, and I knew that I was going to be uncomfortable. Every Darren Aronofsky movie makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah, and Black Swan, which is like pulling the thing out of her back.
Dude.
Requiem for a Dream has tons of them.
Requiem for a Dream straight up might have changed me. As a human
so
being.
Good. It's weird because it's so good, but
negative.
Like that's because I remember when me and Laura first started dating, I was like, "Oh, you never seen this movie?" And we rented it, but we rented a couple. We never watched it.
Yeah.
So then I left, and then Sienna Allison Kay actually ended up staying over her place a couple days later, and she's like, "Dude, we watched that movie you recommended." She was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
I was like, "It's really good." It's just it's very dark and very negative. It's not gonna make you feel good about yourself.
And but that's kind of like, okay,
but fuck, it's cool.
I'm usually pretty quiet during movies.
Yeah.
And there was that one section where I was like, this is, like, straight up with my own voice, I just blurted out, "This is the most fucked up movie I've ever seen."
That was the best.
And like I brought it up like this.
Like, your head like swiveled a couple times, and you were just like,
"Dude,
this is the greatest movie I've ever seen."
That was fucking wild.
Yeah, the last 20 minutes is bonkers.
Insane, dude.
Yeah, and just to let everybody, it doesn't.
It's not a spoiler.
No, I'm not even really spoiling it, but like the last 20 minutes doesn't exactly just wrap everything up. Like, it's one of those movies, like, you're gonna have to read the internet afterwards to figure some shit out.
So last night at Wind River, Wind River let out, and then Mother let out.
Oh, here we go.
So I had to take a piss. So I'm in there taking a piss. And it happened after we saw it, too, where everyone was just talking about it.
Yeah.
I think this is like this. I think this is this. I
Yeah.
think this is this. Like, you got to watch the movie. Remember, it's a Darren Aronofsky movie. You're going to be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And give us your input on it. Like,
Yeah.
whether it's like Twitter or Instagram and stuff like
Well,
that.
I guess
I mean,
like-
it's heavy.
I'm not going to throw spoilers out there, but Jennifer, I'm pretty sure Jennifer Lawrence has actually already been doing interviews.
Yeah.
And she tells people, like, look, this is what it's about. And, a lot of scenes are hard to watch, so be ready and blah, blah, blah. But
She said this. I'm going to take this. It's Darren Aronofsky's take on the Bible.
Yeah.
Like, it's basically just...
That's, for me, like,
It's definitely not a Christian movie. Don't think that
yeah.
at all.
For me, like, I would have actually preferred to know, like, what it was supposed to be and then watch. I think I would have liked it better.
It was wild.
But it's fucking...
It's
pretty out there.
There's one scene
There's a couple.
that kicks you right in the balls. It is wild.
Yeah, it's just, if you got kids, you're going to have a hard time.
Yeah, don't go with your kids.
Yeah, don't go with your kids.
Just because it's called Mother doesn't mean you want to be a mom there.
No.
It was wild. And like, I saw a movie called Columbus too. I went to like
Recently?
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 days ago, and it's got Harold in it from Harold and Kumar.
Oh yeah.
And the chick from Split.
Oh,
like
okay.
the main chick or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, awesome. Heavy
Yeah.
movie. Yeah.
But good.
Awesome.
Well, I mean, by the time this comes out, we will have both seen Blade Runner, because I think that's beginning of October.
Man.
Like, that's the one I'm
Yeah.
fucking hyped for big time.
Dude, that music.
Yeah.
I'm glad that they kept the music.
The trailer they just put out where... that's the same music,
Same
right?
exact music.
It's so cool. It's like, as far as like
Hey.
sci-fi movies go.
Brian James also in that movie.
Oh yeah.
Brion. James.
that Brian.
And he's the first guy in the movie.
Have you seen
First thing you see.
they put out on Facebook, I saw they're doing like, I don't think it's in the movie. They were calling them like short films.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a 5-minute scene of Batista from the movie.
Oh,
and I don't think it's in the movie though. I think they're like side, because I guess they did one of Jared Leto's character. I want to try and look for it. They're like little 5-minute clips. They're super cool. Yeah, it's not. I mean, it's like a whole part of the movie.
If you guys,
side stories.
that's another thing too. If you guys listen to if you ever listen to Jericho's podcast, did he have? Yeah, he had Batista on.
Yeah,
and
it's really
Batista
good.
was like talking about how like when he first went into acting, he like tried to lose all of his muscle mass.
Yeah.
To like get parts and stuff like that, and then he just kept getting like action movies and stuff like people just wanted him to be Batista, and he was like going to acting school, and he was like legit really trying to go for it.
Yeah.
And then like in Blade Runner, it seems like they're like, hey, like let's see what you got.
Yeah.
Like he's like actually acting in it, like
Which is cool.
Yeah, awesome.
Did
and
you-
it's like I said this when we first watched that preview. There's like a scene in the
where he yells?
in the preview where he like yells.
Yeah.
That yell will always be Drax.
It's
for the rest of my life. It's like all throaty and weird.
Do you remember? Did you hear on Jericho? He said the first time he met Harrison Ford, and he was like kind of a dick to him, and then he met him again the next day. But like, because like he said, it was something where like whatever they were shooting that day, it was like raining and it was cold.
Yeah.
And Ryan Gosling and Harrison Ford were just like soaked, like head to toe.
Of course.
And like he was just so excited to meet Harrison Ford. Like, I guess he knew Ryan Gosling, said hello. And then he was just kind of nervous to meet Harrison Ford. He was like, "Oh, hey, are you cold?" And like Harrison Ford was like, "I can't." I think he was just like, "No," or like, "Yeah," or like something like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like stupid question. And like Batista was like super bummed out. But then he said he met him the next day,
Yeah.
and like he reintroduced himself. He obviously didn't even remember he said that.
I have a similar story. I feel like we've been talking for a while, and I just watched Kevin give a look at the thing.
Oh fuck, you gotta go because you got to babysit, don't you?
My mom's with him right now.
Okay.
All right,
Sorry.
let me
homie.
just tell this one, and then we're gonna wrap it up after this.
Yeah.
But it's very similar.
You need to leave at 8. I'm so
This
sorry.
is a good segue because and don't think anything on this. I know we touched politics earlier. This doesn't mean me or my band every time I die believe in this stuff.
Remember when me and you did MVP's podcast?
Yes.
And then just
oh my god,
nowhere,
dude,
at the very end,
that was
like,
wild.
So what do you guys just totally went political?
And like,
like
I knew, like,
fuck,
as soon as he said that, like, I knew where your head was.
Yeah.
And I know you knew where my head was. I don't give a shit about politics. Like, I don't care at all.
I just like I don't know enough to like express an opinion.
Yeah,
like
that's
when I
same
talk
here.
politics, I like learning shit from other people.
Yeah.
Like I don't have an opinion to be
Yeah.
like fuck this guy.
So here's the thing.
Sorry.
So we're about to play Washington D.C. and this guy hits us up and says, "Hey, I'm a fan of your band. Do you guys want to come get do you guys want to come see CNN headquarters?"
Yeah.
And we're like, "Fuck yeah!"
I remember these pictures.
And he was
They
like
were good.
working. He worked for Wolf Blitzer.
Yeah.
Like he's like Wolf Blitzer's assistant or something like that. And he
Wolf
hits us
Blitzer,
up.
Buffalo brother.
He's a
by the
Buffalo
way.
guy, and
Buffalo
that's what
guy.
we were pumped on. We're like, "Oh yeah, from
Yeah,
Buffalo."
fucking Wolf Blitzer.
And I remember like a couple days before this, like someone gave me like a 12-pack of Loganberry, which is like a Buffalo thing.
Yeah.
So I kept a can because I knew I was going to meet Wolf Blitzer. I was like, "I'm going to give this can to Wolf Blitzer."
I love
so
that. I have a feeling where this story's
we
going.
are no. You have no idea.
Okay.
This is great.
Even better.
So when we find out that like we're gonna go see Wolf Blitzer, we had a guy named Kevin Whitey. From the Pythons videos, you might know him as Small Decaf.
Yeah.
In a few of the videos. Really small guy, real weird guy. He's amazing. So he's like, "Oh man, I got this really important question I want to ask him." But he wouldn't tell us. He's like, I gotta ask. Like, man, I'm so glad I'm gonna meet him. I can't wait to ask Wolf Blitzer this question. And I'm like, dude, what is it? And he's like, dude, I gotta ask Wolf.
Fuck.
So I'm like, wow, okay. So the days there, I remember we took like a subway in, like got to like this place. We're going in to see CNN. We meet the guy. We like go in, and now we're like waiting to meet Wolf Blitzer, and he's like getting makeup because he's about to do the Situation Room.
Yeah.
This is Wolf Blitzer,
Yeah.
and you're watching the Situation
Yeah.
Room, or whatever the fuck. So that was a great impersonation. So
pretty
Wolf
dead
Blitzer
pretty
comes
dead on.
out, and it's like super weird. Like he comes out, he shakes all our hands, and then we're all kind of like waiting to be first on who's gonna say something.
Yeah.
Whether
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Hey,
like
we're from Buffalo.
us or him.
Yeah.
And he just looks at me and goes, "You've got a mustache." That was literally the first words that Wolf Blitzer said. He goes, "You have a mustache," and I was like,
That was his go-to.
I literally was just like, yeah. And then he's like, yeah, so-and-so says you guys are all from Buffalo, blah, blah. And then we like
Nice.
start talking the most mundane, dumb fucking
no.
like Buffalo talk. Like,
Yeah.
you guys ever been to Anderson's?
Yeah.
Yes.
How about Anchor Bar?
Hey, you guys love chicken wings?
Yeah.
And and then I go, "Hey man, I don't know if you've had lunch yet, but I got you this can of Loganberry." And he was like, I will have that for lunch. And then like goes in his office, like sets it down. He probably threw it out because he probably thought it was like fucking poisoned or something like that.
Good point.
So like puts it down, and then he's like, "Hey guys, like do it, get the tour taken care of. I literally have to go start sound checking and doing stuff for the show."
Yeah.
So he goes into the show. We're like, they're showing us like where everything is. We go in this one room. The light was right. I popped the top. There's like a picture of me in CNN, and like take a picture, and I'm like just standing there shirtless.
I didn't
next to,
see
like,
that
CNN.
one.
We just posted it.
Oh,
and the
fuck
guy
yeah.
literally legit just goes, "That can never go on." And we were like, "All right, dude. Yep, that will never make it."
Yeah, man.
Like, sure, dude.
We'll just keep that in the back pocket.
So whatever. We do the tour, and now we're watching like the first segment of the Situation Room, but we're like off to the side. He goes, and it was right around the time. Man, this would have been right when I don't even know what it's called. Like right when they were trying to like figure out who was gonna like be like run for president. This is like early on, and then he's talking about that. Like on there is like, "Oh, Trump is he said he's gonna run for president this year," and then like, and Hillary's in there, and they're like kind of picking all the guys, and they're saying like Ted Cruz, and like this is like even before they started doing like tours and stuff like that. Like who
Just suspicion.
was running. You know what I mean? So there was like some talk of it, blah blah blah, and then it goes to first commercial break, and he goes, "Hey, next commercial break is going to be a long one. Let's get a picture like all together here on the set."
Yeah.
And then it's like 3, 2, 1, boom, he's back. He's like talking. We wait for the next segment. The segment goes off. Now we're walking up, and Kevin is like lit up. And we're all like, oh shit, like, he's going to ask the question. Like, we're all about to find out. So we're there, and like there's a timer that literally has like 2 minutes.
Until they go back in the air.
It's going back down. We take the pictures, and then you hear Kevin say the words, "Hey, Wolf, I have this really important question I have to ask you. Do you have time?" And he like looks at the clock, and he's like, yeah.
Kinda,
you know what I mean? Kevin goes, what are your thoughts on the drought in California? And no joke, Wolf gave us the look like, who the fuck is this guy?
Get this guy out of here.
He looks
right
at
now.
us, and then looks at him and just goes, yeah, it's a problem. They need water. Okay, can we get these guys out of here? And like legit just like ended it. Like that was it.
He's going to answer that in 60 seconds.
Legit goes, yeah, there's a problem. They need water. Okay, can we get these guys out of here?
He actually gave you guys a look of like, who the fuck is this? Like, what?
So we get in
I thought you guys were cool. What happened?
We get in the hallway, and like, dude that like got us in there, he's like out there already, and like the minute our like bodies hit like that door shut, we were all just turned and we were like, that's the question.
You couldn't tell us. You were gonna ask him about the drought in California.
He, like Kevin's rebuttal was like, dude, it's really bad. It's really bad right now.
Guys,
like I was like, you fucking what?
Guys, do you know?
Dude, still to this day, man, I will in front of Kevin, I will tell that story every single time.
Let that
I like
down.
met his new girlfriend, and I was like,
first thing,
do you know what he asked Wolf Blitzer? Like, we had all his thing, he's building it up. He asked how the drought was in California, and all Wolf said was, yeah, they have a problem. They need water.
By the way,
get these guys out
by the way, do you not see the clock that we're back on the air in 60 seconds? How am I supposed to answer this question?
Fucking believe it.
That's so bad.
Wolf Blitzer thinks that every time I die is a bunch of jabronis. But you want to know
Buffalo
something?
J-Bros.
Hey, we posted that picture. And you want to know? He's the J-Bron.
Okay? I'm going to look at that picture.
So that's the thing, too.
Right now.
And like, I remember like getting this argument with Kevin where he's like, no, man, he's like, he goes out and he does the work. Like, I was like, dude, he's an actor, and people hand him a fucking script to read.
Tell him what to say.
And then he says it.
Yeah.
He's got a fucking piece in his ear. It's not like he's going out there and doing like investigations to find out.
Don't get me wrong, he has a lot of info and
100%.
You know what I mean? Like, has his own opinions, but he's pretty much told what to say.
He's pretty much an actor.
Yeah.
He's like a news anchor.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong on that, fuck me. But like, I'm not saying I could do his job. I would never want to do that job. But I feel like someone who's like goes to communication school or something like that could do that job.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Ah, man.
I forgot to mention, Kevin needed it to be done at like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I know.
It's 8:42.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kev. Fuck, my bad.
Kev. Yeah, it is Jesse's bad. Dude.
What a weird.
It's totally Jesse's bad.
What a weird way to end the podcast.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Okay, guys,
usually the heat's in the ring, but right now the heat's in the seat that Kevin's sitting in right now.
Maybe the seat I'm in because I fucked up and forgot we needed.
It's Jesse's. It's totally Jesse's fault, man. Yeah. Not mine. I would never do anything like that to you, man. I was looking at the clock the whole time. And there it is.
Obviously.
Go ahead. I did it last week, and you do it this time.
Okay. Heat's in the ring, brother. Thank you very much, guys.
Take care, guys.
See you soon.